At the age of 15, I attended the Bible college, and I learned about the canonization of the King James. And I would invite any of you to go to the Encyclopedia Britannica. I got sort of close to that, partial to that, and look up King James and learn about who he was. And learn about the canonization of that book, which is called the Bible. When I finished my thesis that summer at Bible college was entitled Jesus Christ is Not God. I don't know why, but I wasn't asked to come back. The epistles of Paul, who never met Christ, really troubled me. In 3 different accounts in King James, he gives 3 different versions of his conversion on the road to Damascus. At 17, I was offered a scholarship at Duke University to become a Methodist minister. When I stood up in the church, even when I was working as an associate pastor in high school, in a charge recognized as ordained, I could not say the Apostles' Creed. From 1977 to around 80, I lived in Manhattan and I taught Bible fellowships called Powerful Abundant Living. In 1980, I said, this is it, I'm finished, I'm running away, I'm going to South Africa. And I'm not taking my Bible with me. That's how rebellious I was. I did not take my Bible with me. On the morning of my arrival, how am I doing the time, brother? I'm doing well? All right, good. I'm about wound down here.
I can't tell you to stop. So.
Okay. When I immigrated to Cape Town, South Africa, the morning of my arrival, I heard, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And I said to my host, what was that? He said, oh my God, those stupid Muslims, they do it from morning to night. I said, that's the most beautiful thing I ever heard in my life. I was a musician in my past, and it hit the soundboard of my heart. I was a keyboardist. I said, no, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. For 6 years, I worked in anti-apartheid work, worked with different tribes. I was a sort of, some people would say, dumb, or either had more faith than I had sense. But I would drive my motorcycle into black townships, into the colored areas, try to find somebody that spoke English. And I was the only trainer in the country at that time, training all races in the same classroom. I was sort of a radical, but I became a humanist because I didn't have anything to work from. I ate with Muslims, worked with Muslims, and told them about my struggles with doctrine. And not one time in 6 years did a Muslim invite me to the masjid. In 1985, my parents separated after 33 years of marriage. I came home for Christmas to see them, and my brother died tragically. So I went back to South Africa. 14 months I found myself coming back here trying to put the pieces together. And I ended up starting all over in this country with $1,200. There I was in Los Angeles. I knew no one. I had no family there. I had no friends there. I was all alone. And I met a man from Ghana one day who was a Muslim. And I said to him, I'm really interested in Islam. Oh, no. He said, it's a very hard religion. I said, but I'm very interested in Islam. I've worked with Muslims for 6 years and I'm really interested. He said, no, there's no compulsion in our religion. You have your religion and I have mine. I said, but the problem is I haven't found mine. So finally he gave me something to read, a book. I was fascinated by this book. I was 27 and I wanted to get married. Otherwise, people start thinking, weird things. And I wanted to get married, and I couldn't get married until I could have a like-minded soulmate. And this was really the issue here. I think I'm getting old, and I can't marry someone unless we're the same faith. Make a long story short, I had to beg this man for 3 months, and finally I performed my shahada in his home. I embraced a religion that has not changed for 1428 years, a religion that acknowledges Jesus and Mary, and a religion that made the unclear clear. I found the undefiled, unadulterated Word of God and the exalted standard for all mankind. As I implemented it, I found freedom, a freedom that God had promised me. Arrogance and pride were replaced with a little bit of humility for the first time in my life. An undeniable confidence in God gave me a peace and a security that I had never understood or never known. So I ask you again tonight to forgive me if my testimony was offensive. And I leave you with the reminder that as a Muslim, I celebrate, accept, and affirm all the diversity in this room, fully. My closing prayer is that all men and women who love and serve the living God will join hands to build interfaith bridges, meaningful dialogue, and understanding with all the children of Adam. And that we will join in the pursuit of a coalition whereby we all come together on common ground and in unity opposing the common evils of all mankind and join hands in the pursuit of peace, freedom, justice, and moral values. Thank you for your attention, and may you all find the peace and security that I found.